Hello, everyone. There's a grand trine coming up in the Earth signs from August 23rd to August 25th. The energies of which are going to be felt from tomorrow, and they last for almost about 1.5 months, that is till September end. Now, since at the beginning of the year, we've been talking about a year of grand transformation, a year of where you can actually change yourself. So now is the time to explain this grand trine to you. Now, a grand trine occurs when three planets are such that each pair of planet forms a trine aspect. That's the triangular aspect. This is considered very, very auspicious. In astrology, it means that two celestial bodies or planets, which are 120 degrees apart, are joining each other as an aspect and they form a triangle. To make it simpler, an aspect is the position of planets with respect to one another, which influence human minds and hence the affairs around them or the affairs that concern them. Now, life is like a river. We flow forward and can never retrace our steps. But what we can do is to keep making improvisations as we keep moving forward. Whenever a trine is formed between the planets and whichever area or house it reflects in, that part of our life starts running smoothly during this transit without too much of an effort. Now, whenever the trine occurs, it represents luck on the path of your life. The house that hosts your trine are worth taking a closer look. These are areas where you've got a natural talent to make your work easier. It is so natural, you might not even be aware that it exists. But it represents gifts that are innate and carry you forward like a river effortlessly. The trines normally occur between the planets, which usually carry the same element, that is fire, air, water, or earth. Now, if you have three planets, one in each of the zodiac signs of a particular element, that's the grand trine. So this year, the three planets are coming into the earth signs, and that is how it's known as the grand earth trine. Now, where these planets are placed, those areas become a natural grace, support, and things just seem to fall in place. The trine in a birth chart is a point of ease or harmony. It's where the natural flow exists and it can be easily developed further. Sometimes we do say it's a reward you've earned from a past life, but when you develop it further during the transits, we can say you are earning good karmas or your actions are sowing new seeds that will reap benefits in the future or later. It's an asset which you are born with, but which you take for granted. So you underutilize your potential. During this transits, you actually can become aware of the power of your potentials. So when planets form the grand trine, the awareness is much faster and easier, and it can also help you fully utilize your potential or talents. Now, transiting planets also form aspects, including the trine. You can embody it as preparation, awaiting opportunity. When you know a supportive trine is coming to draw out the potential of your natural self from your natal planet, this is a practical way to look ahead and make the most of the cosmic forces. They are supporting you to utilize the potential within. They're supporting you to come forth and trust yourself. Trines remind you of your true strengths and urges you to make it as a way of your personality. The grand trines, with its easy flow of energy, helps you to change into established channels of expression. In order to utilize this energy creatively, One does not need to build a new structure or to make marked adjustment in one's life. The planets involved in the trine reveal dimensions of life and specific energies which are naturally integrated and which flow together harmoniously. The aspect of grand trine often shows a mirror of our true selves, of what we can or are capable of doing. One often takes for granted one's abilities and talents shown by the trine, and some of us do not feel challenged or have an inclination to make an effort required to use the energy constructively. Basically, I believe that we create our own luck when we are truly working with our potentials and talents. We are able to create our fortunes. Whenever there is harmony between the planets, this in turn affects our psyche, and luck always follow. Now, during the trines, we can make efforts to break out of old patterns that are harmful for our growth. We can easily discover our hidden talents, those potentials of ours which often remain unexplored and unexpressed. So during this time, it's easier to focus on what we can't do than what we can actually do. But recognizing and understanding the trines in our charts can encourage us to actually get out and do something with the given energy. So it's worth thinking about these natural inheritances of flow in the transit charts. What kind of activities challenge you while making use of your wonderful time? Have you ever felt the urge to do something and yet struggled to take the initiative? While there's a time and place for everything, the current astro weather plays a heavy role in your level of assertiveness and a sense of motivation, which is why the Grand Trine happening from August 23rd to 25th, 2020 makes you aware of your inner power and desires. These energies will be felt by everyone 100%, by everyone individually, especially if you spend some time with yourself in your space.